Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 87. The points represented by the x, y coordinate pairs in the table below all lie on line K. What is the slope of line K? So we have here is all lie on line K. This is the line, mean we will have the linear equations, right? It belongs to that. So if you not really remember what is the linear equations, what is the linear graph look like, how to find the slope, you should watch and take note from the Math 1314 week 6 part 1 and 2 in the Math 1314 playlist. Okay. Okay, so the slope, that's what they ask. Okay. As you know, they issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pair, right? But you only need 2. Why? Because for the slope m, you only need the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I always tell my student that it doesn't matter. As long as you start with the sub number first, you keep the x of that, go at a pair first, okay? So, for example, I will choose the first one and the second point we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point, right? I take the first point, which is 1, 3. The second one is 2, 1. If I take that 2 point, I plug in here, it will be the same, okay? So let's call this one is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. Which is mean here x, here is y of what point? Here my first point, that's why it's sub 1, x sub 1, okay? The x coordinate of the first point. Okay, now to plug in. So m equal, let's try y2 first, right? y2 equal 1. You see where the value of y2? Okay, so we have y2 right here. y2 right here, which is 1, which is right here. You see that? I highlight it so you know like what point I plug in. Okay, so now I will have my y1 minus y1. So y1 is 3. You got that? Okay, let me highlight it as well. So here y1 do green is 3 because y1 right here 3. See that? Okay. x2 is 2. y2 go with x2. Okay, so 1 go with 2. Okay, minus x1. x1 is 1. Okay, 2, x2 right here. See that? The leftover is x1. Alright? Okay, so when I do like that, I will have this one is equal to 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Negative 2 divided by 1 is negative 2. So the correct answer is A. And why I say it doesn't matter like if we do the y2 first or y1 first. Let's try the second part right here. As long as you keep the sub numbers in order, okay? So this one I use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, now I will try to find m. I take y1 is 3, okay, minus y2, that's 1, over x1 is 1, minus x2 is 2. See that? Now I will have 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 1 minus 2 is negative 1, and this still give me negative 2. And because all 5 point right here is on the line K, right? On line K, which just means you can use any 2 point to working on this problem. So let me do one more example so you don't feel confused. If you choose that 2, okay, and I keep this one at M, okay, I take the top one first, okay, so my X will be start at 4, okay, so I will have negative 3 minus negative 5. Be careful for negative numbers, okay. Negative 3 is the value of y1. y1 here is negative 3 right here, okay. Okay, so we have 4 minus 5. Now we have negative 3 add 5 over negative 1. 2 over negative 1, that's negative 2. See that? And even if you switch it, you want the, so if I call this one is y, I can call this one is like y4, okay, minus y5. y4 is this one. Y of the y value of point number 4, okay. This is the y5. Okay, this is x4 minus x5. As long as whatever you start first, you start at the bottom as well for the numbers, okay? It gives you extra information, but for me, I will try to working on like the positive numbers. Avoid the negative one because you may forgot about this negative and just write out like negative 3 minus 5. So choose the smaller numbers and also choose the positive number to work with. Thank you for participating in this series and see you next time.